Up next, the Nets taking on the Hawks. For Brooklyn, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry and connection, the unspoken bond that yields victory. Hawks, Nets on 2K Sports. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Hey Dave.
Well, thank you, Kevin.
You already do. You and he are winning players. David, thank you. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. At the guard positions, Young and Herter. And it's Hunter in at small forward. And for Brooklyn, they've got Kyrie Irving. Durant is out there with Simmons. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Curry in at the shooting guard. Two very athletic teams here, Greg. A game that's sure to produce a lot of highlights.
It makes me think of Stacey Aubrey, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside.
Pretty good body control from the big man as Collins stays focused on the rim.
Irving looking for an opening. Collins with some nice D. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Herter passes to Capella. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That's on Ben Simmons. Now the backstory of Clint Capella is interesting, as he was only the second player, Greg, from Switzerland to make it to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, you don't think of basketball right away when you think of Switzerland, but the game has grown so much in Europe over the years. Guys like Capella, who might have gone into soccer at one point, are now gravitating towards hoops.
Looking back at the 2017-18 season, Clint Capella, Brent, shot an eye-popping 65% from the field. That led the NBA.
Well, a third of his baskets were dunks during that season, so I would expect the percentage to actually, Kevin, be pretty high. And a lot of those were at the hands of James Harden at the time playing in Houston, who won the MVP that year. But he has the ability to roll and to finish. He has shown soft hands, and he plays defensively. So he's a great big who can put out to complement both sides of the floor.
Defensive foul.
And for old school sitters like Andre Drummond, the modern NBA posing some challenges. He's not quite the floor spacer.
Well, he's not, but still on the defensive end, I think, GA, if you have a guy that kind of size and that kind of athleticism against certain teams that play another compact big, he becomes a guy to clog up the lane, block shots, and still be a deterrent on the inside.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Irving. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Here's Young, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Curry. Off target from outside. Passes it to Collins. Here's Capella. And the rejection by Curry. Kicks to Irving. It's stolen by Capella. Pass to Herter. And it's Young at the elbow. Capella dishes to Hunter. There's 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Brooklyn called for the foul. The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts. 81%. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Andre Drummond, and it's Brown in for Ben Simmons. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Molinari comes in for John Collins, and it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Herter. It doesn't go for him. And And Atlanta will come the other way. Young against Irving. From past the arc, and Trae Young gets the three. Young's got 5.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Irving finds KD, takes a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a 3, you know he's coming back at you.
Irving against Young. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Brown. The screen from Brown. Irving passes to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
And those assist numbers have always been there for Kyrie, spotting an open teammate that time.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Gallinari on the wing. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. There's the lob to Brown. It's Young on the wing. Back to Gallinari. Pass to Young. Shoots over Brown. Young, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks ahead. They're up by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, Kyrie Irving at 6'3", one of the most creative finishers in the NBA.
I just go back to being in my backyard and, just...
Oh, it is indeed the English angles. He is a magician out there, Greg, with the ball in his hands.
And his godfather, Rod Strickland, another New York point guard legend who was known for his improvisational finishes. Kyrie had it from the soil.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Atlanta.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
And you also have to give them some credit for the ball movement today. Their assist numbers a little bit above average. That's impressive.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. On out there with Simmons. And it's Mills. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Griffin in at center. Williams up on top. Guarded by Harris. Nailed from three-point land. Bogdanovich has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Atlanta. Growing up in a military family, John Collins moved around a lot as a kid, Brent, getting to experience different parts of the world.
Yeah, interesting upbringing. Born in Utah, moved to Guam, lived in Turkey, was in the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's a lot of life experience for any kid growing up, let alone a guy who's trying to find his way in competitive basketball. And John Collins, maybe playing soccer on all those military bases has helped out that footwork a little bit, Kevin.
Now here's Mills. Back to Griffin. The kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 5. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Collins. And Greg, some star big men have complained that they get hacked all game long. But they're not getting the foul calls these guards do on the perimeter.
I'd have to agree. I mean, and on a lot of those fouls, the guards get 3 free throws. So something the league might want to take a look at, trying to balance things out.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Herter's checked in. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are back. Last season, they won the Southeast Division for the first time in 6 seasons. With quality players at every position, things are starting to gel. Trae Young said, "This feels good. We they just have a lot of belief in each other. Guys, they are poised to be good for a long time.
Well, they've clearly made the turn, David. Thanks. Bogdanovich, no luck. Nets trail by 7. Right side, Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second personal.
That one on Collins.
And it's hard to look at Simmons and not get excited about his potential. He's still got a lot of developing to do as a player, and he's ready to put in the work.
Brooklyn making some changes. Durant's checked in for Bruce Brown. Curry comes in for Harris. And Irving subbed in for Patty Mills. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Alinari comes in for Collins. Hunter's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Trae Young subbed in for DeLon Wright. And Brooklyn has possession. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Tries it from the top of the key. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Kyrie Irving.
Playing with a bunch of different stars throughout his career, Kyrie has learned to be effective without the ball in his hand.
Young, good.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Curry passes to Claxton. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
And maybe that will trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Hunter on the wing. And the pass to Herter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Irving passes to Curry. Outside Irving. Drives to the hoop. And that one, good. Irving's got 6.
So clever on these takes to the rim. Kyrie knows how to navigate and then finish creatively.
Young for 3. No good there. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And a chance now to send it over to David.
Thanks a lot, guys. Kevin, how did you find success as a team scoring in the first half?
We're moving the ball again offensively. A lot of guys are touching it, trying to look at mismatches. We found a play in an action that was working for us and kind of just kept going to it.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for Atlanta. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. At the guard positions, Young and Herter. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle.
Another game and another dunk from Andre Drummond. That's where he likes to live.
And one of the more versatile players in this league. Simmons gives you assists, rebounds, steals, and he continues to develop as a scorer.
Irving finds KD. Shoots over Capella, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And of course, Greg, Simmons gets the majority of his points from the foul line down.
And a one-man wrecking crew in transition. Excellent at driving the ball in the half court. And once he gets downhill, he is tough to stop.
So he gets them both.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
It's Collins with the drive, and then Collins slams it in.
What a dunker this guy is. Collins capable of bringing this crowd out of their seats.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Irving against Young. Here's Curry. Here's Drummond. That one doesn't go. And Atlanta will come the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Collins. Simmons with the defensive effort.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And that one right there, that's the play with KD and that rip through. That move is so good that the league started to consider how they'd rewrite the rule book for guys reaching in.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Aldridge is checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Bogdanovich is checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Williams in for Kevin Huerter.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Aldridge with a screen on Young. Irving attacking. Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 8.
You just never know where the shots are going to come from Kyrie on the inside. So creative with his finishing.
Young against Irving. Here's Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Williams inside. Aldridge is covering. Bogdanovich, no luck. And it's Trae with the ball, bringing it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 7. 14 feet away.
And Capella, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. You can see his timing on that play.
And the shot goes down.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
In the corner, Collins with it. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. And then for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Alinari comes in for John Collins. And it's DeLon right in for Young. Here's Okongwu. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 7.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Williams from outside. Bogdanovich finds right. Sinks the three-pointer. And now a 10-point Hawks lead.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. The Nets have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
The Australian-born Patty Mills, former second-round pick. Who knew Mills would someday win an NBA championship? Well, the Spurs did.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And that one's good. Right.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Alinari on the wing. He's covered by Brown. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
That's tipped.
How about that? That's a big boost defensively if Herder can get in there and block shots and intimidate in some way.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, your Brooklyn. Come on, fans.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Young. We've got Durant. Andre Drummond is out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Irving. And it's Curry in at the two-guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Herder. His three-pointers off the mark. That's trailed by 12. Baseline J on the way. And the basket by Curry.
Well, we know Simmons can do this. At 6'11", I don't know that anyone in the league has his vision.
Young taking his time here. Over Irving. Young, no good. Outside Curry. Simmons. Outside for Durant. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Durant's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Nets. Irving against Young. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And they get it back. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Herder. Young in the corner. Irving with the steal. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime-time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Irving against Young. Launches it. Drills it from outside. And the Hawks lead by 9.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Young against Irving. Teardrop shot. Young's shot is good. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Shot from free throw range, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That stroke is just so effortless from KD. Another two from the mid-range.
LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for the Nets. And then for Atlanta, Collins checked in for Okongwu. And it's Bogdanovich in for Kevin Herder. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to hear Nate McMillan talk to his team during the break. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Thank you, David. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Durant.
Well, they might have made contact with Durant, but really didn't affect him at all.
Irving against Young. This one for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Atlanta.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trae Young.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. He kicks to Bogdanovich. There's the triple. Sinks the triple.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And so the Hawks take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Kevin, thanks. Trae, leadership is such a key part of that point guard position, so what do you focus on with that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts, is off the court, because that translates on.
Yeah, you guys look like a tight-knit group right now, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, Trae Young.